Hey, today we're going to talk about 3.1, Generalist versus Specialist species. Before we begin, you can check out the Enduring Understanding, look at the learning objectives, and pause the video, review the essential knowledge, and set up your Cornell notes. So this is a very quick, short little video. Basically, the difference between a generalist species and a specialist species is generalist species have a wider range of tolerance, which means they can endure more general environmental conditions. Generalist species tend to exist in many different habitats because they can tolerate a variety of temperatures, pHs, oxygen contents, and various environmental conditions. So you can see some examples. We have roaches, rabbits, raccoons, dandelions, and specialist species. Examples would be something like a panda, some orchids, and a koala. They have a very narrow range of tolerance. One particular specialist species is the northern spotted owl. And the northern spotted owl exists in old growth forests. And these are forests that have been around for hundreds or thousands of years. And in North America, most of the forests that we have been reforested since colonial times. A lot of the forests, especially in the Northeast, have been cut down for agricultural land. And in the time since then, they have been reforested and the forests have been reclaimed. However, they are not old growth forests. And these northern spotted owls tend to live within old growth forests, and the populations have not been reestablished in North America. So as a result, the northern spotted owl is endangered because of habitat destruction. So this is just one that shows up a lot on different multiple choice tests, and it shows up on different free response questions. So you might see information or questions about the northern spotted owl. You have coevolution when you have very highly specialist species. And coevolution just means that these organisms kind of evolve together. So for example, you have like a hummingbird with a long beak, and the plants and the birds both evolved. The plants evolved maybe a different shape of a flower, and at the same time, the only birds that were successful to feed on that flower, on that nectar, were birds with longer beaks. So as some plants maybe evolved to escape these organisms that are feeding off of them, they kind of evolved at the same time. These are examples of specialist species. These hummingbirds will only feed on a certain type of flower. This is a moth that is feeding on a specific orchid. This appears to be, I believe, an ant, and it is perfectly camouflaged with this plant. And this is an orchid mantis, praying mantis, and it feeds on organisms that may come to pollinate this flower. So for the FRQ practice, I want you to answer this question. Compared to a generalist species, explain why a specialist species is more likely to go extinct. So you can compile your answer and we will look at them next time we meet. I thank you very much for your attention, and I will see you soon.